can see, the beard's gone, fuzz is gone. This is due to me working in the healthcare profession, and I'm an anaesthetic, or I'm a senior anaesthetic practitioner, which means I deal with intubating and extubating patients. So I'm one of the specialists that helps put the airway in your mouth and in your throat if needed, and removing that after pre and post surgery. Because of the fact that the COVID-19, or the coronavirus as otherwise known, is a aerosol based virus, which means it's carried in the respiratory tract, as in coughing, sneezing, etc. Is forms of passing and contaminating the surrounding area or other people within that area. Hence, we ask you to wear masks. Because I work in that field, I'm dealing with patients that are positive, may be suspected, or might be but don't show symptoms. Having a beard is high risk, so I've had to reluctantly, so to speak, lose the beard. I'm not a fan. I don't like this look for me personally, but despite all that, it's a must for myself, for my own health and safety. It's a must for my family's health and safety. It's a must for the people around me, health and safety, and it's a must for the patients or the carters' health and safety. It's the right thing to do. It's a no-brainer. Again, for a fragment of vanity that is my beard, that I can grow back at any period of time in the future, just shave it off and be safe for myself and everyone else at this current time. I wish everyone else in London and in the UK and globally had the same ethos as that, because even now on my weekend off, it's just witnessing the people that are naive and somewhat selfish to COVID-19 and its potential risk. It's dumbfounding. Whether that's a point of uneducated ignorance, in the sense of a lot of people in the general public do not know its capabilities, don't know its the potential that this risk has. Okay, let me explain from my basic knowledge, and if that offends you, I don't really give a monkeys, but I'm trying to put this in layman's terms so every Joe Blogs can understand it. I'm an ex-serviceman, so hey ho. But for every Joe Blog to understand this, viruses don't travel, viruses don't contaminate. Viruses are carried via recipients, similar to a parasite. You need something to latch on to then carry. We're that thing. So the more of us that stay home and don't move for 2 weeks, that virus on our person will die within that 2 week span. Within that 2 week span that you're self-isolating, but you're going to nip to the shops for half hour, you're going to nip here half hour, you're going to go for a stroll for half hour, you're going to do this, that and do that every 45 minutes because you're going insane indoors. You could be an asymptomatic carrier of the virus, which means that you carry the virus, you are positive for carrying the virus, but you show nil symptoms. You have no cough, no runny nose, no fever, no nothing. Like Idris Elba posted about a month ago now. He was tested positive, he took a test, he was positive, but he was asymptomatic. That's how vicious this virus is. So a lot of you that think you are, I've got no symptoms, I'm good as gold, you're potentially not. You are potentially good as gold for yourself, but you're potentially high risk for your parents, for your grandparents, for anybody who's a friend, a family, anybody who is a potential risk, i.e. any age diabetic, any age respiratory issue, i.e. asthmatic, one lung, anything respiratory issue, they're all risks. And if you haven't been up to par on the news recently, there's been Olympic level swimmers diagnosed with the coronavirus. I'm sorry, but they're the fittest of the fit when it comes to respiratory and cardiovascular fitness, is Olympic level swimmers. fell down with this virus, sick as a dog, and their mortality rate is relatively low. So if you think yourself as Joe Bloggs, oh, I'm fit as a fiddle, yeah, you might be, but your parents and your grandparents might not be, and you might be a non-symptomatic carrier, which is also known as asymptomatic, which means you have no symptoms. So as a care provider like myself, hence I've lost a beard, and you've seen pictures on my social media that I'm wearing the full regalia for patient care. Please do me a favour. As tough and as mind-numbing as it is, please try your very best to stay at home and quarantine for 2 weeks. Just for 2 weeks, that's all we're asking. Because the more you don't do this and the more that you drag this out, 2 weeks is going to turn to 4 weeks. 4 weeks is going to turn into fucking 3 months. 3 months is going to turn into 6 months. And we might not get out of this rock anytime soon, for those of you that are palming this off, for lack of a better term. So it's scary. I'm not worried for myself. I'm worried for my family. Personally, I'm worried for my friends' family. So I've got a few very close friends that have respiratory issues. I've got family that are potentially on the risk register as such, as in potentially high risk people that you don't want to catch it. And then I will, on my way to work during the week at like 5:30, 6:30, you've got every Joe Bloggs out queuing up for the local Lidl, fucking Tesco, cost cutter, trying to get their everyday bits. Yeah, I travel to work Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday, depending on what week it is, depending on the rota. But I see the same people every morning doing the same thing. I'm sorry, but cut that down to twice, 3 times a week. Not every bloody day trying to get a 4-pack of bog roll and a tin of beans. Come on, people, have a bit more common sense about you, please, for goodness sake. Otherwise, we're not going to get out of this rock anytime soon. Speaking upon me looking like an egg, as a work colleague of mine says, I look like a hairless egg. But to the BBC UK, thank you very much for your support in this. Robin Hood Beard Co., which is I'm an ambassador for, is a beard care company. Thank you very much for your support. Team Legends, thank you very much for your support. Valkyrie Fitness and that clan and that family of all you amazing people, thank you for your support in this also. Daryl, the CBD Reaper, for all your CBD needs, who I'm also now a new ambassador for the CBD Reaper. Opie 10 is a code. Also gave me a lot of support in losing the facial fuzz. And it's scary, and it's getting more scary, the lack of people are not taking this seriously. It's people, yeah, 2 weeks indoors with your other half is hellish. Look, we've all seen the memes. We've seen the memes of, I've been stuck indoors with my other half for 2 weeks. I've realised she's no longer works for Woolworths. Woolworths hasn't been about for at least 15, 20 years. Like, yeah, and memes of, can you stop effing blinking because they're blinking too loud. All these relationship memes, but tolerate it, please. Otherwise, you might lose a loved one. Do you really need to go out and try your luck for a tin of beans? Do you really try your luck to go and get this? Do you really need to? Or is there someone in your family? Is there someone in your home, son, daughter, someone, mother, whoever it may be, that works in the field that they work in, like myself in the care field, that are leaving the house anyway to go to work, and hopefully are coming back at a reasonable time? In my own opinion, it'll be best to ask them, okay, we're running short on X, Y, Z, these 3 things. If and when you finish work, try is a key word here, is a big word, try, because everyone's panic buying and there's nothing in the shops whatsoever. But try get a loaf of bread, try get some eggs, and try get this. If not, we can try again tomorrow, but try because we've stocked up enough to get by today. Okay, like kind of, come on people, use your common. Do you know what I mean? Like, the panic buying doesn't do any of us favours in the long haul. But hey ho, this is me blowing smoke, talking, whatever, smoking a cigar, but it's just, for those of you that follow this page, which I'm grateful for, my very limited subscribers, love you all. And for those of you that do watch this, worrying about what I've got to say about the COVID, it's scary. It's generally scary, because I wasn't hoping to be on the front line, but now I am. And it's scary because I've seen what it can do to people. I've seen how people who are fit and healthy, this would never bother me, type people, and then the panic and the fear in their eyes, where it's like, shit, am I going to be one of the unlucky ones? I haven't seen that kind of stuff in a long time, and it's worrying. It's generally worrying. And we're not asking people to, we're not expecting martial law, we don't want to enforce martial law, but the fact of so many dimwits, idiots, naive, ignorant, selfish prats out there that are going to go for a wander anyway, and they find Starbucks' only takeaway as inconvenient of their daily routine. Like, wake the up. It's a bigger picture out there other than your daily routine, do you know what I mean? Because you might be home, working from home, getting paid reasonably, working from home, tapping on the computer and being bored out your skull. But it's people like me and thousands of others that are risking their health, risking their family's health for being on the front line. There's a big thing coming from this. There's a lot of people, hell, we've seen it in the papers. There's nurses and there's doctors that have done their tenure. They've done their service in the NHS. They've done their service in the private sector. They've done their service providing for other people, and they're coming out of retirement to provide more care for us. And the attitude the UK German public are giving them in not self-isolating is, we don't give a monkeys. I'm sorry, but they deserve more than that. We show so much respect for our military service come November time, but what about the other 11 months of the year? We don't do a lot. Help for Heroes and all the other help services do great work, phenomenal work. But let's be honest, how many of you signed a petition for Save Our NHS in the last 10 years compared to the last 6 months? Be honest with yourselves, how many of you? Probably not a lot. But now that you rely on it, now it's affected you personally, now it's like, oh. The ignorance of us people, I say us as a general broad spectrum, I'm not targeting that in on specifically, but as in us as a measure myself as well. There's an ignorance to, unless it affects us personally, we just go, eh. No, this virus is not a thing. It's we all need to take our part of the way, our part of this pandemic, carry it, move forward, and do better. It's scary, and I'm scared because I'm scared to dare get contaminated at work, come home and give it to my family, and then God forbid to my family. That's on me. Why? Because I'm the one who's carried it in, and that's not a weight you want to carry. Do you know what I mean? That's not a weight you want to carry. I don't want to. I don't want to wear that. And those who are wondering, I'm smoking a Montenegro limited edition. Sorry, the lighting's bad, but a Montenegro limited edition 2018. Beautiful cigar, off subject obviously, but we don't have enough ventilators in the UK to ventilate the amount of the turnover we're getting of people being stage 3 infected with the coronavirus. Stage 3, in my opinion, is respiratory failure. You're on high oxygen flow mask, so you've got a mask on with high oxygen intake, and your saturation, which means your blood oxygen level is below 95. That's worrying. You'd expect someone to have that who has one lung or severe respiratory infection, like a severe asthmatic or a chronic smoker that's in respiratory failure due to lung cancer or something. They're on that part, and the patients we're getting with this could be Olympic level athletes to your next door neighbour, to your own grandmother or your grandfather. It's scary. This virus doesn't give a monkey's your age, your ethnicity, or your health level. It will get you if it can. So please, all of you, follow the health regulations. Wash your hands when you can. Don't go outside, self-isolate for 2 weeks, please, unless you have to. And I mean have to in the sense of you're completely out of bog roll, you need bog roll. You're completely out of food, you've got no food in-house whatsoever, you need to try and get some sort of food. Or you need to try and get some sort of formula for the baby or something is completely necessary. Going to the shop to get more lettuce for your salad is not completely necessary. To get a case of 8 beers because you've already got 12 in the fridge is not necessary. People, we're more intelligent than this, well, I like to think we are. Please. It's a lot of people, myself included at the start, completely underestimated this. And this is something not to be underestimated. So my last note is keep safe, keep healthy for you and all your family, and please stay at home. Please stay at home.